The night Stamford Bridge breathes differently is coming, the kind of evening where history feels possible and ordinary rhythms of a season can twist in a single 90 minutes. Chelsea, proud holders of recent silverware, will stand in the blue of home expectation as Barcelona arrive carrying a different weight, a mix of youthful frenzy and old continental hunger. At the heart of the incoming storm is Yamal, still a teenager but already a global accelerant of games, the sort of winger whose first touch reshapes defenders' plans and whose instinct for the run can leave entire tactical blueprints behind. Marc Cucurella knows that better than most. He grew up in La Masia's shadow and now wears Chelsea's shirt with the stubbornness of a man determined to prove himself. After sharing the pitch for Spain, he was candid. This is a matchup he's both excited for and quietly wary of, admitting with that trademark grin that defending Yamal is a nightmare. And even joking he can't injure him, because the lines between club rivalry and international brotherhood are still very real. That joke cracks a smile, but it also carries the subtext of danger. Chelsea cannot treat Yamal as another opponent to simply outmuscle. They must solve a problem of imagination. Tactically, the duel will be less about one-on-one brutality and more about systems, how Chelsea arc their full backs, whether they invite Yamal inside to chase the ball or force him wide where angles limit his options, and how Barcelona disguise overloads to spring him free. The manager who cracks that code first will shape the scoreboard and the narrative. Will Chelsea risk the cushion behind their flanks to squeeze Yamal out of the game? Or will they keep a cautious depth that prevents those clean, blistering counters that make highlight real? If Barcelona draw Yamal into inside channels, they will ask midfielders and centre-forwards to pick runs that leverage those moments. If Chelsea cordon him, they will rely on disciplined rotation and quick, surgical counters that punish Barca when the teenager drifts. That chess match played at high speed is the thing to watch. The subtle preemptive moves heard only in the rhythm of passing sequences, the way a team concedes a half space to bait a counter, and the tiny choices a winger makes that convert chess into chess boxing. There's an emotional weight to the encounter too. Cucurella facing his old club turns tactical rivalry into layered personal theatre. Every interception is a rebuttal to history, every composed clearance an argument that he belongs where he is now. For Barcelona, Yamal carries the hope that a new generation can take the club back to Europe's summit. For Chelsea, stopping him would be evidence that structure and experience can blunt raw, generational brilliance. Fans will feel that tug, the comforting chant of home support that asks its team not just to win but to do so convincingly, and the travelling roar of a club whose identity now centres on speed, flair and a refusal to be tamed. Expect the early bell to ring loud. Yamal's first 5 touches will tell you much, whether he's shading inside, seeking the gap between fullback and centre-back, or chasing the touchline to deliver low, dangerous cross. Cucurella will meter his aggression, preferring to step in when he reads the play rather than commit rashly, and open lanes that a player like Yamal can exploit in a heartbeat. Set pieces are the other betting line. When two teams of this level engage, the margin of error shrinks, and a well-placed free kick or a moment of miscommunication can swing momentum beyond recovery. Watch the substitutions too. Managers increasingly treat the bench not as reinforcement, but as a tactical weapon to unsettle an opponent's rhythm, and a fresh winger or a disciplined defensive body can tilt the duel in the final quarter. Beyond the whistles and the scoreline, the ramifications are wide. A Chelsea performance that successfully neutralises Yamal would do more than win 3 points. It would hand the manager a template to face other high-speed, high-skill attackers across the continent. A Barcelona statement victory would reinforce the belief that youth, when fused with tactical intelligence, still runs the modern game. For Yamal personally, a decisive display raises the temperature of Ballon d'Or talk and transfer valuation, while for Cucurella, a strong showing would quiet critics and remind any doubters of the wisdom of experience married to adaptability. When the match's final moments come, when time begins to feel elastic and decisions carry the weight of chapter endings, the story most will tell depends on a handful of small acts, a tackle timed to the millisecond, a pass threaded between 2 defenders, a run that tears the seam of a back line. One teenager's touch could end up in highlight reels and long-form debates. One defender's calculated restraint could be praised by pundits as a masterclass in modern defending. Either way, the duel is not just about who wins or loses. It's shorthand for the season's direction, a public test of club identities, and an intimate reminder that in football, the personal and tactical are always entangled. This is why people will be watching, not for mere results, but for the moment when a young genius and an experienced academy graduate press history into a single, unforgettable 90 minutes.